Financial organizations continue to express their concern about the fate of the Anti-Money Laundering and Countering the Financing of Terrorism Bill, now in a select committee of Parliament. The Guyana Association of Bankers took out an advertisement in one of the daily newspapers expressing concerns and calling on all the parties involved to ensure that the recommendations of the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force are taken on board and the legislation passed. The association stressed that the implications for Guyana's financial sector would be far-reaching, affecting basic services including remittances as well as access to foreign exchange. In addition, financial institutions may not be willing to do business with local banks as a result of their not being in conformity with certain financial regulations. A bone of contention for the opposition is that the Financial Intelligence Unit, which is a key part of the institutional framework, is not being addressed by the government. The unit is not being staffed with the necessary personnel, and they contend that since its setting up, there has been no prosecution by the unit. The opposition have also complained about the wide discretionary powers the Minister of Legal Affairs and the Finance Minister are given in the Primary Act. A Partnership for National Unity says it has significant amendments to make to the proposed government legislation. Speaking at a press conference this morning, opposition leader David Granger said the bill is flawed and they cannot support it in its current form.
That bill is flawed. We have had an act, an anti-money laundering act and countering financial terrorism act for 4 years. And they have been trying to push through radical change, or I wouldn't say radical change, they've been trying to push it through in 4 months. We have only seen that. We've only been working on it for 4 months. And we are not going to approve a flawed bill. And we made it clear that we want to see a bill which has teeth. Everyone knows that the FIU was a toothless poodle.
Granger also said that the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force had several concerns about the pieces of legislation now before the Select Committee.
The Caribbean Financial Action Task Force complained about it, and we're not going to give the Guyanese people something that can't work.
The legislation have been sent to the Select Committee of Parliament for scrutiny and changes, and earlier this week the government members on the committee went ahead and finished the work on the bills without the input of the absent opposition members. In addition to the Bankers Association, calls have also been made by the Insurance Association of Guyana, the Private Sector Commission, and other organizations for all the parties to come together in the interests of the financial sector here. For Capital News, Raul Collins.